you're considering the purchase of one of those really big SUVs, you know, like an Escalade, an LX from Lexus, or maybe the all-new Infiniti QX80. Take a look at this guy, huh? Sporting this new Land Rover-inspired design. It is so much bigger than it used to be, huh? And this one here is the very lofty autograph trim. That's right. We are talking big baller status here, right? This one is retailing, or stickering, I should say, at MSRP for $115,000. Oh yeah. I love the new design, I really do. I think they nailed this. You've got the updated, more three-dimensional Infiniti logo here on the grille, the two-tone with the black roof. But I can definitely see some Range Rover in here. Another competitor, for sure. Has flush door handles now. That's a first for Infiniti right there. Riding on 22s. Not like the 24s on that Yukon Denali Ultimate I just recently tested. But yeah, it looks good. It still has some of those hallmark QX80 design elements, but it's definitely been updated in a way that really makes it pop. I mean, this thing is sharp. So QX80, stickers for somewhere in the mid-80s to start, rear-wheel drive model. Also available, of course, this is the autograph, all-wheel drive, top of the line, fully loaded. And it's about $115,000, as I just mentioned. So let's take a look inside, because this is really, I think, where the Infiniti gets more impressive. Just a beautiful interior. Super soft leather with the quilting. Autograph right here. This Klipsch audio system is possibly the best I've ever heard. It may be better than the AKG system in the Cadillac Escalade. It's 24 speakers and it is mind-blowing. I find myself just taking the long way home to listen to my music more. It's that good. And this, of course, is a 3-row. This one here, with the captain's chairs, could seat 7. The details are really beautiful in this, really high quality. And just coming off of my test drive of the Yukon Denali Ultimate, of course I can't stop making comparisons in my head between the two. It would just be natural. And this one, definitely exudes a more premium atmosphere in the cabin. Not that the Yukon didn't, but this is just elevated. So let's start it up. Let's start up that twin turbo V6, 450 horsepower, over 515 pound-feet of torque. And that's another big distinction. So this feels more like a sophisticated power plant. Again, not that the 6.2 is a bad engine by any means, but this one here, well, thank you, Tracy Ullman. This one here feels just a little more premium again. It feels less truckish, and that's the experience I'm getting overall with the QX80 in general. This one just feels a little sportier, a little more buttoned up, a little more polished, except in one regard, and that's the ride quality. So the Yukon XL, or the Yukon Denali Ultimate, rides on 24-inch wheels. I was expecting that ride quality to be worse than this. It is not. This one is a little harsh. Even with that digital adaptive suspension, the air suspension, it doesn't take the bumps as well. So this one is a little firmer, the steering's a little tighter, it just feels a little sportier in driving and a little less truckish again, if you will. So this QX80 is fancying these big screens, as all models are these days. They don't extend, from side to side, but certainly enough screen here to keep most people happy. And then you've got this little jog wheel over here that can be used to control both the screen in front of the driver, and if you press this arrow here, the main infotainment screen. And then you've got another screen down here. Now this one is used primarily for climate controls, heat, seating, cooling, and so forth, but you'll also find the drive modes in here. So from personal, standard, eco, sport, tow, and a snow mode. You can also control the height of the vehicle here with the air suspension. So lots of features built into this screen down here. This has a 9-speed automatic transmission. It averages, or at least for me so far, about 18 miles per gallon, of course, on premium gas. Yeah, and it feels good. I mean, these seats are phenomenal, just phenomenal. So let's talk about some of the unique features in here, some of the things Infiniti are really proud of. And that is their camera system, the vast cameras in here. So if I hit the camera button, you've got this new 3D view, something Toyota Lexus has been doing for a long time now, but very cool. But get this one. So there's this ultra wide view you can do. So you can really see far to the left and to the right of the vehicle. So that could be a nice safety feature. And then get this, if you hit this button here, boom, it expands across both screens. How about that? And then you've got that invisible hood view, which would most likely come in handy for off-roading, something I don't believe this model will probably see very much of. But there it is. So you can actually kind of see through the hood, see what's underneath the front of the vehicle, so you don't curb those expensive wheels. So that's one thing. The other is this has a built-in dash cam. So you not only have the exterior that you can record, but you can also do an inside camera. Hey, everybody. And yeah, that's kind of cool. You can take photos. You can also monitor this camera with your smartphone. So let's say, you know, you go to the beach and you get there and you're like, oh, darn it, did I leave so-and-so or whatever in the back? You can just check your smartphone, open up that camera, and take a look around in here and see what's going on. So, pretty good. This one also has Pro Pilot Assist 2.1. What does that mean? That means this has hands-free highway driving, much like Ford's Blue Cruise and GM's segment-leading Super Cruise. So you would activate that over here, and then it gives you a blue light to let you know that you're on an approved road for such things. And is it as good as Super Cruise? No. There are no systems on the market currently from any manufacturer that can do the hands-free highway thing as well as Super Cruise, but it's pretty darn good. I've experienced it in other Nissan vehicles like the Aria. And so yeah, so you get some hands-free driving here as well. Next up, let's talk about this Klipsch audio system. Oh man, is it really, really, really good. I mean, a lot of these new high-end audio systems are super impressive, but this one really speaks to me. It's 24 speakers. It's got a personal mode too, so that these speakers here that are built into the headrests can isolate certain functions for the driver only. So you're not disturbing the whole cabin with phone calls, navigation instructions, and so forth. This is not new to the QX80. Infiniti's been doing this now for just a little bit. But if we go to the radio stations, and there's a Tracy. I know playing this through this little speaker here is, or microphone on my camera, is not doing this justice, but it is so immersive and so clear and so clean, even with these compressed music formats like Sirius. It's just phenomenal. And you know, while we're here, are you guys enjoying Wonderland as much as I am these days? That's that digital Sirius XL station that plays all the one-hit wonders. Love this. So good. So otherwise, this has Google built in, you know, with the Hey Google stuff. Hey Google, I'm cold.
Sorry, I can't control that in this car.
You sure can. Hey, Google, set the temperature to 74 degrees.
Sure, changing the temperature to 74 degrees.
So you've got the Google Voice Assistant, the Google Play Store, the Google Maps, of course. That's all in here. Now, this is a little bit of a reach for, I bet, most people. I have kind of long arms, but again, you can control it from here if you need to, or you can just reach over here and do your thing. So, and again, if we want to make comparisons with the GM system is better. I do like that more vertical center screen, but you know, it's just probably a matter of preference. I find that one a little bit easier to use and a little more robust with features, but certainly not bad here. And you can control this screen as well. So you can configure this screen in various ways. And they have 3 preset settings in here for the appearances of that. Where is that again? And then, of course, there's a head-up display, a colorized head-up display. I believe that's also a first for Infiniti. But yeah, you can do all kinds of different setups over here for the screen. And now, while we're in the center console area, they take a unique approach here, don't they? It's not just one big thing, it's 3 separate things. You've got your wireless charging pad here for your phone. You've got a couple of cup holders. And then here, this is a cooled box. So this is not only for, you know, storage, but it's also got the cooled function, which sends some air conditioning to the box to keep things cool. So that's kind of fancy. And then at night, of course, you've got all the different ambient lighting. It looks great in here. It really does. Very, very high-end and classy. Very good. So let's take a look, though, at the functionality and versatility of QX80. So these seats here, these captain's chairs, are, of course, power operated. And they offer massage. So you've got this little tablet-like device down here. Now, I thought at first this was going to be removable, as we've seen in some other high-end vehicles like this, but it is not. That's okay. You can still do things like, you know, control the seat and all of its different power functions, and do the massage. The heating and ventilation is back here as well. And you can do that through this display and through this control module right here. There are USB Type-C ports everywhere. You've got the pano roof. You've got all these, you know, speakers built into this beautiful headliner. And so, yeah, you can get really comfy in here. It's certainly large. And you know what I like about it? It has a lot of greenhouse. So you just don't feel like you're trapped in this cave, which it kind of looks like it would be that way from outside the vehicle, but it is not. This one has a lot of glass, so you just feel elevated. You feel like you have a good vantage point, both from side to side and front to back, so I really like that. And then, of course, you've got your own box back here, but that one's not cooled. This is a lot bigger than it used to be, too. So these seats are very spacious. You get more cargo room behind the second row and behind the third row. It has gotten bigger. As a matter of fact, I parked next to an older QX80 the other day, and I was surprised just visually how much more imposing this one looks. So as far as controlling these seats, very easy, a little slow but easy. If you want to get back into the third row, you just kind of hold this button down here. The seat does all the work for you. It articulates forward, and then we will step up here. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, and now we are in the very, very, again, roomy third row. Absolutely adult friendly. I'll just press this button here to bring the seat back to me. You can see how it's doing its thing. I mean, look at this. I have no problem. I'm like 6'1", absolutely zero issue with this. And lots of room. These seats are power operated as well. So, I mean, if I recline back here, look at this. This is ridiculous. I mean, I could be in the second row. And how about third row heated seats? Yes. Yes, you get those as well. USB ports, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, this is an enormous vehicle with room in every single row. Adults will not complain about riding back here. It is so comfortable. And Infiniti does something called biometric cooling. I don't believe it's for the 3rd row here. It is not. But for the 2nd row seats, it uses this sensor up here. So if you get in and you're too hot, let's say you just went on a hike or whatever, it'll automatically sense that you need to have more air flowing back to you, and it knows that your cooled seat should be on. You don't have to do anything to activate that. That is pretty darn impressive. So, I'm gonna step out here and we'll take a look at what's going on in the back. Yeah, so we'll just push this back here. You'll get to know this quite well, won't you? So, we'll open up this hatch. Now, this doesn't have a window that opens above it like the GM vehicles, but oh well. So yeah, so you got this cool little shelf system in this one. These are the cargo blocks you can use to isolate things that are Velcro down here. But yeah, you got this little shelf that obviously pops in and out. And then you've got the seats that all power recline, both the 2nd and 3rd row. And then you've got the air suspension controls. So this has a lower liftover height than it used to, because you can obviously just lower the suspension. It's got an off-road mode that can be jacked up, and then an easy access mode for getting in and out and putting things in. So yes, more cargo room, significantly more cargo room than was previously had in the old QX80. It's a big boy for sure. Loaded with features. Again, doesn't ride quite as smoothly as I would like, but it's not so that it would deter me from purchasing one of these things if I was interested in some enormous 3-row, basically house on wheels. And then at night, you know, you're not going to be able to see this as well here, but you get the light up logo. You can see a little bit of that actually. That's pretty cool. And then there's this nice little light signature welcome lighting that projects out from the side view mirrors with Infiniti down here on the ground. Yeah. Pretty darn nice if you can afford it. So this is the 2025 Infiniti QX80 Autograph. Get it while it's hot, everybody. Test drive now. I'll see you next time.